What is up, Retromaniacs? My name is Mike. His name's EP. His name's Joe. And we're not here to give you one. We're not here to give you two. We're here to give you 3 cards you need for your retro PC. I have not done a Ken Griffey Jr. card in a while. I don't know how true that statement is, but it sounds good when I say it. So, the other week I gave you a kind of random, rare, oddball Barry Sanders rookie card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the same this week with Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah. Excited, aren't you? I know you are.
Goats.
My card this week is the 1989 Baseball Card Magazine Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, number 63. I better hold it on this side because I put the picture there. Look at that card. You can't really see it. There you go.
It's a nice card.
Picture there. Just look at the picture. It's a lot better than the one I'm holding up anyway. But yeah, card number 63. This came from Baseball Card Magazine. This is a hand-cut version. They came on a sheet in there. It's like a $5 to $10 card raw. Some people charge a little more for it, probably really nicely cut ones and stuff. If you're looking at a PSA, I'm not going to give you a PSA price because honestly, I've seen them go from $7 up to like $40. Take your pick. I don't care what you say a PSA is worth. PSA 8 is worth, but a PSA 9 is like a $70 to $100 card. The last couple were more around 70, but like all of them before that were around 100. So I found that kind of odd. And if you want a PSA 10 of this hand cut Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, it's only going to cost you $750 to $800. So my investment advice is buy up as many of these cards as possible and send them all in to get graded. Think of all the money you'll make with all the 10.
You're missing a step, Mike. You're missing a step. These are hand-cut cards, right?
Yeah.
Buy them all up. Send them to Evan Mathis.
Ooh, I like
because
it.
That's not illegal, right? We're legally allowed to trim these cards, right? Then submit them to PSA. Imagine the 10s. Come on.
Wow. This is why you watch this little think tank for this kind of investment advice.
There's no bad ideas in a brainstorm.
Jeff Wilson is not giving you this kind of content. Let me tell you right there. But yeah, that's my card this week.
I love it. Joking aside, I love it. I love hand cut cards because they're different. They're like you're not as obsessed with I have to have the perfect one. Like there's something about those, something about like cards with beveled edges, like stuff that like you can't complain that it's not perfect. It's meant to not be perfect, and I like that. And it's obscure. I love obscure cards.
Yep. All those points are great. Also on top of that, like when I think about hand cut cards, I think of like real collectors. Like I think of somebody like, when I was a little kid opening up the Topps magazine or whatever, and opening up in a magazine and having those cards, free cards in there. And then, oh my gosh, I got free cards. That's so cool. And I love that. And that card, like normally those cards, a lot of times are kind of like not very exciting, not very cool to look at, but that one is a really badass card.
With
like
I
love that card.
Red, white, and blue behind it.
Red, and blue. It's got the Seattle. It's got the Mariners logo and stuff. Like that's a really cool. I don't think I've ever seen that one in person. I should probably try to pick.
How many people do you think hand cut it in a die cut shape? How many of those do you think are out there? I'm wondering.
That would be really cool.
See how that works out for you. Yeah. Buy all those cards, die cut them, and then send them in to get graded.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll
variant. PSA variant right there.
Yeah.
Authentic altered.
All righty, P. What do you have for us this week?
I have a player that is near and dear to my heart because of fantasy football, Jamal Anderson, but it's from the 1999 Topps All Matrix. We talked about holograms last week, and they really figured out a way to make the holograms work. And this doesn't do it justice. This room really pops. Very, very cool. It's just a $1.50 card, $2 shipped, kind of card, but still a very cool card from Topps from 1999.
Jamal.
Whenever I see a Jamal Anderson card, I think of EP. Like Terrell Davis, I think of our buddy Kelly, God rest his soul. Jamal Anderson, I think of EP. Bert Emanuel, I think of Mike. I mean, all the greats.
Never heard of him.
I opened up a box of 1999 Topps. Yeah, you better Google him. We've been talking about him so much on this pod, on this channel. You better Google him.
Don't know who he is.
So I opened up a box of the 99, and I pulled his teammate in one of those cards.
The All Matrix,
Chris Chandler, 3,000 yard passing. And I thought to myself, because the running backs were 1,200 yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't see many 1,200 yard running backs anymore.
Right.
But 3,000 yards seems so antiquated for a quarterback, doesn't it? It's like 3,000 yards. What, was he injured half the season? Like, you kind of think of it that way. But those were cool cards. They had a base version, I believe, and then they had that as an insert, if I remember correctly. But
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I thought that was. I know the Chrome. They were the all etch cards. I think, right? They changed them to all etch in Chrome.
Yeah, in the Chrome they were. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with those cards as a stack sale seller. Stack sale seller. Yeah, that's right. I sell a lot of those cards is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because people like them. They're shiny.
Yeah, beautiful.
They're cheap. So
yep.
Can't beat that. They're from the 90s. They're shiny. They're cheap. You got to win it.
Check.
Yep. W's all around.
Yep. All right, Joe. Finish up this think tank today. What do you have?
I'm going with 1994 SP. Okay. And this is a card that I actually went through the playlist of 3 cards because I'm like, how have we not talked about this? I'm going with the 1994 SP Football All Pro Hollow Views Barry Sanders. I'm going with Barry Sanders this week, boys. I was going to go with Bucky Brooks because I think that'd be a fun one to have. But I'm going with Barry Sanders. You know why? $4. You can get this card, a hollow view card. Look at this card, a hollow view card for $4. It's the vertical. You can see it, obviously, but just to describe it, if anyone's just listening to the audio of this, it's a vertical card. It's got the hologram on the bottom. It's kind of acetate-y. I didn't have this specific one, but I had a bunch of these. Kind of lost them in a pesky little fire. I might have to pick some of these up because these are really cool.
It.
I know, right? It's been like 30 years at this point.
Come on.
25. Oh, we're getting up on the anniversary. But yeah, how is this card only $4 for Barry Sanders? You can actually get the die cut version of this, which is also really cool. I mean, you have to wait for it. It's like those 90s things where someone will list it for $100, but if it goes on auction, it'll be like $40. The die cut you can get for like that $40 to $70 range or whatever. And it was a pretty cool die cut. They did the die cuts in the base series too. But we talk about this all the time. There's certain cards you just look at and you're like, how in the world is that only a X dollar amount card? And this is one of them. I assumed I would have to go with Bucky Brooks for a couple of bucks because there's no way you're getting a Barry Sanders for $4 or $5. So that's my card this week. I love this set when it came out, and 1995's version of these sucked. I mean, they were still cool in and of itself, but they got worse with age. They got worse as the year went on. So yeah, I'm going with the 1994. Pretty cool card.
I'm guessing Barry Sanders is probably the most expensive card in that. In that it's got to be, right. So I mean, to put together that set is probably like ridiculously cheap. That's a fun like set to put together, and just not just that card, but that'd be an awesome set to put together. Of course, Barry Sanders would go. Good call. You guys taking my guys. You guys both taking my guys today.
It's almost like
we talked about this ahead of time. Yeah, we talked about this ahead of time.
And I believe it was Reggie Brooks, not Bucky Brooks. That had a
no.
Okay.
Bucky Brooks is available. Okay. Bucky Brooks is now an NFL draft analyst. He played for the Bills. He was a wide receiver. He was a rookie.
I know.
Yeah,
I thought. I must be thinking of the All Pros out of Upper Deck.
Well, these are. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like the All Pros.
Yeah.
But it's funny you mention that because we talked about my ComC order on Monday. I have a Greg Lloyd die cut that I'm sending in on that. So
what?
Yeah.
First off, take Greg Lloyd.
You're gonna have to get it off my ComC.
Damn it!
Order, so,
just to update the viewers, Reggie Brooks also was available in this set. So there were 2 Brooks.
Okay.
There was Bucky and Reggie was available. Yeah. There you go. Check.
Get them both.
Get them both. Get the Brooks brothers and a suit.
Yeah. Our think tank advice is to buy both of the Brooks brothers, and then send them in and get them graded.
Get them all graded, yeah.
Think of the money you'll make. All right, guys. As always, I'm starting to repeat myself every week. We give you 3 great choices. I'm sorry, I'm still going to pat myself on the back. Pat yourselves on the back, boys. We do a good job of giving these people what they want.
I'm almost tired of winning. I mean, it's been too good.
I thought this wasn't a contest. I thought is this a competition? Are we? Is it?
It's a competition against ourselves.
I'm doing it for fun. So,
it's like when you golf and you cheat, it doesn't really feel as good because you're really cheating yourself. That's how I kind of.
All that matters is the number at the end of the round.
Yep.
All right, boys. That was a lot of fun. We'll see you next week. Take care, guys.
See you, boys.
See ya.